In the scheme of things, 50 years ago doesn't seem all that long ago, but you'd be surprised how much has changed since the 1960s. While 50 years ago proved to be a time of important milestones, like putting the first man on the moon and fighting for civil rights, there are a handful of things our parents and grandparents were really wrong about. Whether it was in the medical field, social sciences, or just plain everyday health, people living in the 60s believed some seriously wild theories to be true. If you are new to our channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and please give this video a big thumbs up, because we will be sharing some strange things people actually believed 50 years ago. Pregnant women should not cut their hair. Since the Victorian age, and even longer, many believed that women were inferior to men, and therefore not as mentally stable. Even as we approached the 60s, a time of cultural revolution, many doctors and medical practitioners believed that women were strongly controlled by their hormones. That's why many viewed pregnant women as emotionally charged, hormonal hot messes. These hormonal surges supposedly caused women to make crazy, rash decisions, including bad hairdos. Women have been advised over the years to not cut their hair when pregnant because of the intense regret that will probably follow, because of course, an iffy haircut is what most pregnant women are worried about anyway. This belief even made it into many cultural traditions and has even deemed hair cutting a superstitious act. Sharks cure cancer. Sometimes, even with evidence, people still believe scientific theories to be true. So is the case of the magical cancer-erasing effects of shark cartilage. Since the 1950s, sharks were believed by many to have cancer-fighting powers. While many believed that sharks could be a medical marvel, now it has been proven that sharks actually do get cancer. In fact, there are 42 recorded cases of sharks that appeared to have growing tumors. Marijuana kills. Over the last 50 years, and even earlier, countless myths about marijuana have led people to believe that the plant is in fact a mean, green killing machine. It started back in the 30s with movies like Reefer Madness portraying the natural drug as a deadly narcotic. Many ill-informed people even believed smoking pot would turn them into crazy people, even causing them to hallucinate and commit unspeakable crimes. These days, most of us have become way more lax about marijuana and know it is less likely to kill you than just about any other recreational drug. The communism domino effect. Back in the 50s and 60s, Americans were utterly terrified of communism and were completely threatened by its devastating effects. We watched as countries like Russia were ruled by communism and were convinced that it would spread to the US. The domino theory was the idea that communism would start in one community and quickly spread from one country to the next, eventually taking over the world. The United States' highly controversial involvement in the Vietnam War was largely due to the communism domino theory. Today, we learned that communism was not in fact contagious, and is seen as a fairly dark time in American history. Rock music corrupts youth. It's safe to say that the emergence of rock and roll music has changed the world forever. It brought attention to the younger generation in the 50s and 60s and gave them a culture. But because this new culture featured themes of rebellion and thinking outside the box, rock music threatened the older generations. Just over 50 years ago, social establishments like restaurants and swimming clubs actually banned rock music from being played.